this video, I'll touch on loneliness in the context of hunger and thirst. I'll explain how gratitude can be your solution. I'll share an empowering story how Matt overcame the adversity of loneliness. And lastly, I'll share some tips. Loneliness is basically hunger and thirst for connectedness, for companionship, for contact, human or non-human. Some of the hunger can be so protracted that you may find yourself living in a drought situation. Remember, there's usually water somewhere underground, and inside you have accumulated your attributes, your skills, your knowledge, your experiences, and using your memory, you can tap into your memory bank and pull out experiences that can help you in your drought of emotional connectedness, your body, mind, and soul. Now, gratitude. Gratitude is an important part of dealing with loneliness, because with the loneliness you feel all alone in the universe, or in your house, or in your community. With gratitude, you are able to connect with other people, other powers, other invisible and intangible sources. I can start paying gratitude to that shoe and listen to where it is going to take me. Thank you for being here to protect my feet. Thank you, the shopkeeper that sold me the shoes. Thank you for the driver that delivered that shoes to the shopkeeper. Thank you to the designer of that shoe. Thank you to the cobbler that put it all together. Thank you for the cow that was sacrificed. And thank you for the grass that fed the cow, to the insects, to the bees, to the wasps, to the butterflies. And thank you for the sun. And thank you to Mother Earth for the food to feed the plants. From that gratitude, I can then zoom in my experience with the shopkeeper and see what emotional connection I had. And if it is pleasurable, I can feed on that. And similarly, you can do the same with anything that you're carrying. If you're feeling very lonely in the house, you are not alone. There's a lot of connection within that house. You're walking in the house built by someone else, using wood and furniture and bricks that were made by someone else. You can bring all that, and that is an interconnectedness. That then makes you realize we are not alone. We are interconnected even when we are alone. And we can choose to get connected with whatever we wish. And that takes me back to your memory bank of attributes, skills, knowledge, and experience. You can go as far back as possible and pick up connections, relationships that made sense for you then, that fed you emotionally, that made you connected. You can then marinate in that and make a decision to either connect with that or connect with the equivalent. It leads me to Matt's story. He got so stressed out that he had fear of going out. He stayed in the house for a long time. That led to the divorce because the wife could not take it anymore. He went to work, came home, fed himself, did social media, went to sleep. No connection. Then one day he saw a posting and he recognized that my childhood friend who introduced me to my wife is actually getting married. He went to the album and went into the memory lane and enjoyed the experiences they had together right from elementary school, junior high, high school, university. They were inseparable until his stress separated them. Because he was not invited, he just wanted to see his friend one more time, to take a picture of his friend anonymously. And lo and behold, as the bride and the bridegroom were coming out, she broke away from the bridal party and ran towards him and hugged him. She dragged him towards the bridegroom saying, "This is the Matt I've been telling you about." Tears. She invited him to the wedding, but he graciously declined. That was his turning point, starting with gratitude. Each time he went out, he would look at a flower and spend some time looking at it, observing the ladybirds on that, or the bees going around it, and then enjoying just the scenery and the experience. Not only was he reconnected to his childhood friend, now he's connected to nature as a whole. Walking now was no longer just walking from A to B. It was now enjoying the scenery. Summary, therefore, gratitude can reconnect you to the lost world that you had stored away inside yourself and in the universe. One by one, taking one and say which one do you want to reconnect with, or which one do you need to start? Which one of those will tweak your enthusiasm, your happiness, your living again? You then can continue to practice being connected to your past memories, to nature, to the universe. And with this, you are now beginning to feed your inner emotional hunger and thirst. And with feeding comes growth. And with growth, you are igniting your hope and your dream to keep living. And that living is moving you away from loneliness. You are now being connected through attending to, through discovering that you have the key to your hunger. You have the key to your thirst. And the key came through the gratitude and knowing that when you are hungry, there's no point just sitting in the house. You got to activate your muscles and buy yourself food. And the sky's the limit. So repeat this over and over again. And remember, failure is very much part of growth. You did not learn to walk the first time you stood up. Hope, practice, hope, connectedness, companionship, pleasure, enjoyment, living, life. Please watch this next video to add more value to your life. Together, we shall fuel your passion for success. Your comments help me share more relatable stories and tips. Remember to subscribe, share, and like. And above all, be safe.